And we've got Chris and Dom and Dave, and that'll be it, I think, for this particular section. There's a second. Yep, so 10:30 tonight. Chris, you're first up if you'd like to ask your question.
Okay. First of all, Jake, I'm just going to say that 68 game was unbelievable to report on and watch, so congratulations for that. Also, has the last few weeks changed anything? I mean, it's probably a little bit like what Carl's asked. The need to bring in a centre-back, for example, is so obvious, and I know you mentioned this before, but just the last few weeks, has it changed the focus? You think? Did you get any indication that something might happen now, just so you can free up Fabinho, for example? Jordan won't have to play centre back anymore.
If anything changed in the last weeks?
Yeah, again, just the result. It's clear the transfer window is open. It's clear you need something to help you at the back. Has there not been any kind of message that maybe something could happen, that you could bring somebody in?
No, nothing changed.
Okay.
Sorry. Short answer.
But do you think that after such an extraordinary period, that there may have to be a bit more pain then, even if it's only short term, before you can, you've been the peak of the mountain at the moment, you're not, but do you think there might have to be a period of short term pain before you can even think about getting to those levels again?
No, I don't think it's not. Again, that would sound like an excuse, and I really, the last thing we are looking for is that. So no, I think we could have played better. We could have made better decisions. All these kind of things. That's what we expect from ourselves, and that means we can change that. We believe 100% that we can change that with this squad. So that's how it is. Nothing. We don't go and say if we don't get this and that, then we cannot perform or whatever. No, we are very self-critical, and so we know what we did, and now we have to change it as well. So that's it. It's obvious. We have possession. Wow, my God, I don't know how many percent we have in each game. But we have to finish the situations off. That is not the easiest part of the football game. Everybody knows as well. That doesn't mean we don't have to try, and we have to adapt in specific moments, and we have to use the chances when we have them. All these kind of things. We have to make. I think last night we had 28 shots, 6 on target. So I heard we had 90 shots in the last 4 games for 1 goal, something like that. And it obviously is a number you don't want to have. And so we have to do that. And there's not a lot of time now in training or stuff like this. So we will speak the things through, and we will try it again. If we can change it immediately on Sunday, I don't know, but we will not stop trying. I can promise.
Dom King and then Dave Malik, and then we go to the Sunday section. Dom.
Hi, Jurgen. Is correcting this run of form the biggest challenge you've faced in the 5 years that you've been here? Or was getting Liverpool into a position to challenge the biggest challenge?
It's to be honest, everything what we did in the last 5 years felt like a challenge. To be 100% honest, and so it's a different challenge. Is it big or not as big? I don't know. It's just a challenge as well. So, but I can only say the same things again. That's the job. It's not that I in a moment when we win the league or whatever, and then I put my feet on the desk and think, okay, that's it. Now I smoke a cigar and think, well done. From now on, everything will work without any doing of mine. And so that's the thing. It's 100% clear. It's not a situation you want, but it's a situation. And if you are not happy with the situation, then work, and that's what we do.
Fantastic. Dave Maddock for the last part of this section. The Sundays can start getting their hands up again. I can only take a few, but Dave.
Jurgen, forgive me for sort of going back to this, but you said you make recommendations, and it's clear from what you've said to us that your recommendations would obviously be under normal circumstances that you would have signed a centre half, and it would clearly help to get some sort of fresh blood. Obviously, you're saying that that's not possible, and I know for very good reasons. But so, what is the mindset now from you? Because Liverpool have been. You've been on the absolute crest of a wave. You've been this amazing hero delivering the title, and then suddenly, only a couple of months later, like you can see this instant reaction. So, what is how do you deal with that, and how do you deal with the fact that you perhaps are not getting what you clearly realise is required?
So I'm not a 5-year-old kid anymore, and if I don't get what I want, I start crying. So most of the time in my life, I didn't get what I wanted, to be honest. So we all are probably pretty much used to that. And it's not like this. I'm responsible for a big part of this football club, but there are people that are responsible for the whole thing, and I cannot make their decisions. I know they're with us. I know they want to support us, and they do. And it's not about, now we talk about a center half. Yes, it would help 100%. Would we score more goals with a center half? I'm not sure. Would it give us a little bit more stability in specific moments? Yes, probably yes, all these things. But again, it's not about that. It's not about what would be with somebody else. And I think never, ever we spoke in a transfer window, in or around the transfer window like this about it, because I think that would be then really an excuse, and we don't need that. What we have to do is to improve the football in a decisive area we play with this squad. That's my job, not sitting here and being disappointed or frustrated with some decisions. I'm not. When I say I of course we know what we would do in an idle world, but the world is not idle, not only for us. And so we have to deal with the situation. And again, that's what we all have to do, and that's what we do as well, dealing with the situation. And a center half last night wouldn't have won us the game in this specific situation. And so we really don't have to talk about that. I know it's a good thing to talk about for you, but for me, it's just not that important, because everybody's on the table, everything's on the table, and all the things are clear, and we just have to work on the football stuff.
Fantastic. Okay, last bit. So this embargo